All right, I just wanted to take a few minutes and go over some important information about the creditors meeting room, or what's called the Section 341 meeting. Now, before I kind of show you around the room, let me point out a few important things that you need to be aware of. We've sent you this information in the letters that you got from us when you came in to sign all your final paperwork, and then you should have received subsequent emails with this information as well. But let me quickly point out a few things that are very, very important. One, make sure you bring your driver's license and social security card. You have to have those. They will check both of those things. If you do not have a driver's license or a social security card, you should reach out to the office ahead of time and let us know, and we can make arrangements to make sure we have a suitable replacement that you would need when you go to the creditors meeting. Two, you cannot bring in cell phones. Don't bring it in. Don't bring it to the security checkpoint when you try to come in. They will not let you get through with a cell phone. So they will make you return to your car and go through the hassle of doing that. So don't even try to bring it in with you. Leave it in your car. Three, make sure you go to the bathroom before you go through the security checkpoint. So there is a bathroom in the building, but once you go through security, there are no public restrooms that you would have access to. So you'd have to check back out of security again, go to the restroom, and then come back through security and go through that hassle all over again. Save yourself the time and energy. And before you come into the room and go through security, try to go ahead and run to the bathroom ahead of time, which is when you walk into the building, you go past the creditors meeting there on your left, and then the little hallway on your left contains the restrooms. After you've done all that, go through security. Don't leave everything other than what you absolutely need in your car, right? We don't need to have every piece of metal you own with you that day. Leave everything in the car other than what you absolutely need. Come in. You'll walk through the double doors into the creditors meeting room, and that's where I'm about to show you this video. Once you walk through those double doors, this is what you're going to see, but I want you to sit down, relax, take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine for this creditors meeting. And then when you see me come in, if I'm not there right when you get there, don't panic. But when you see me come in, wave at me, let me know that you're there. And then we will chat, make sure that all your questions are answered, and we will get this thing knocked out and get you on your way. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look quickly here at this creditors meeting room. So as I mentioned, once you walk through those double doors, this is what you're going to be seeing. Try to sit up towards the front of the room if you can. It's like, I know back in the days of school, you're like, oh, thanks, I'd rather sit in the back. This is not your old school days, so we want you to sit in the front of the room. The reason I tell you to do that is because I want you to be able to hear the types of questions that the trustee is going to be asking, because guess what? They're going to ask you the same types of questions, right? So sit towards the front so you can hear what they're asking. And as I mentioned, be on the lookout for me, and we'll chat before you get caught up there. So don't feel like you're going to go sit down, not have an opportunity to talk to me, and then just all of a sudden get caught up there and be cold when you get caught up there. We'll chat ahead of time. But once you come back in from chatting with me, you're going to sit down again. And then once you get called, you're going to walk up to this table just like this. And when you walk up to the table, you'll see these Bibles here. You're going to be placed under oath. You can choose to either be placed under oath by swearing on the Bible, or you can affirm. It does not matter to the trustee. It does not matter to the bankruptcy administrator's office. It does not matter to me. But you have to make that decision. Don't say it doesn't matter to me. It's up to you, or whatever y'all want. They don't care. So you have to say whether you want to affirm or whether you want to swear on the Bible. After you've either affirmed or sworn on the Bible, you're going to see this microphone here. That microphone is not amplifying what you are saying. It's not blasting it through the building or anything like that. It is just simply recording the proceedings. So that way they have it for record. Then when you look at this table, here are the different people who are going to be sitting at this table. Here on this first seat to your left is going to be usually a staff person who is assisting the Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 trustee. The seat right next to that is usually where the trustee is going to sit. Now, of course, that'll vary with every trustee, but that's typically the trustee is going to sit on the left-hand side of the table. On the back side of the table, directly in front of you when you're standing at this microphone, is going to be usually a lady named Susan Gaddis. Her job is to swear you in. And then on the right-hand side of the table is going to be yours truly, and someone with what's called the bankruptcy administrator's office. Their job is to make sure that you pass the means test, and they're like the bosses of the trustee. They just make sure that everything goes smoothly, that you're being honest, all the stuff that we know you're already going to do. You're not even going to sit down, right? You're going to maintain your standing position because we only expect you to be up there for probably 2 or 3 minutes at most. And they're going to ask you a handful of questions like we've already talked about. They're going to ask you your name, where do you work, do you pay any child support or alimony, what they call domestic support obligation. They're going to ask, have you reviewed all the paperwork like we've previously done numerous different times. And they're going to ask you if you've been handed a sheet of paper by them that tells you your rights and responsibilities after the bankruptcy. You will know the answers to all of the questions that they're going to be asking you. Once you're done, don't leave the building yet. You can walk out of the room and wait in the little lobby area out there. Wait for me, and then what will happen is we'll step into a conference room and we'll chat about everything that happens after the creditors meeting. I could tell you about everything that's going to happen after the creditors meeting now, but to be honest, you're not going to remember it. You're trying to put out the fire at your feet. You just want to get through the creditors meeting first. I will talk to you about everything you need to know that happens after the creditors meeting once we're done. We'll step into conference room, we'll chat about it. It'll take about 3 or 4 minutes, and then you'll be good to go. Again, don't stress about this. We've done the work. You've put in the time and the energy. We've put in the time and energy. We're just now going and showing everybody all the work that we've done. As long as you've been honest and truthful and thorough in review of your paperwork, you have nothing at all to worry about. If you do have questions, though, as always, don't hesitate to let me know. I'll see you at the creditors meeting very soon.